You're broke, what should you do? This is a common question that most people are stuck with, and I was in that exact position as a young man. And in this video, I'm explaining to you exactly how I got out of that trap. Now, the first thing most people don't realize when it comes to getting wealthy is you need one thing. And that one thing isn't time, that one thing isn't money. That one thing is skills. Skills pay the bills. And what you need to get skills is actually money to some degree. So for you to acquire skills, which are the most invaluable asset that can never be taken away from you, they can never be taken away from you in a divorce. I am actually divorced and got divorced 18 months ago. Those cannot be stripped away from me. The skills you have are the most valuable thing that provide you long-term security. So we have to focus on getting those first, and they create you as a high-value person that people will want to be in their network. Now, Charlie, you might be saying, how do I get skills when I've got no money for someone to pay me to learn from them or to mentor them? Very, very simply, you get a job, you learn. So how I actually did this, and I didn't realize the beautiful benefit of this at the time, when I was 21, I thought I'd failed in life. I had crippling insecurities, I was a failure. All my friends were coming out of university and good jobs. I was a failed personal trainer who just come back from doing a ski season as a ski instructor. And I was like, what the fuck do I do with my life at this point? I was like, do I go to university? And then I'm like 5 years down the road, or what do I do? Now, the reality of what I did is I got a job as an estate agent, a real estate agent in the US. And what I didn't realize, even though I struggled so bad at the beginning, is this. I was getting paid to learn really valuable skills, how to communicate with people, how to deal with problems, how to deal with difficult customers, how to sell, how to negotiate. And then also being inside a very successful organization, what does good look like? What does good management look like? What does bad management look like? How do successful businesses run? And what actually happened as well is that after about 4 or 5 years, the company I worked for then got bought out by a corporate company. And I saw the difference of working for a private independent business versus a corporate business, which was essentially run by a load of old women, and it was also heavily owned by an investment like angel investor who were just trying to scale the business on metrics to then sell it again. And this taught me a huge amount of skills in that process whilst I was working there. And I was getting paid to learn. So if you don't have money, the beauty of a job is you're getting paid to learn, like on the job. And you have to understand the most valuable thing you get from a job is not the money you earn, it's the skills you learn and the experience. So first, if you're in a particular position right now and you don't have the skills you want, what I would do, and you have no money, you need to get a way to make money. So you need to get skills. So go work for someone, learn the skills quickly. The other place that's amazing to learn is on YouTube videos like this and YouTube channels. You can learn anything you want on the internet for completely free. We do not live in a world with a lack of information. We live in a world of lack of implementation, because you don't know what information is relevant and you don't know what to do. And if you're in a position you don't know what to do, I've been there, and that's given me crippling insecurities, anxieties over the years, which I imagine you've probably had as well. Now, if that relates, you have the world in front of you. And the thing I'd say is I'm now a multimillionaire at 34. I would trade everything to be 19, 20 years old again, start again, because the power of time. Because the most powerful thing you have if you're younger in your journey is you've got time on your side. And if you haven't, then you should have more life experience and more network of people you know, which is going to help you make more roads faster. You have experience. Whether that's things you've made as mistakes in your life, you know what to do. You also now know, okay, this definitely doesn't work. For me, for example, the in-person personal training is like, this is shit, I don't want to do this. This is literally trading for time for money. And even you're really good, you got the golden handcuffs, which is a big problem I see for a lot of people. You need to understand that that's put this off the board, which allows me to then see this is the vehicle in terms of what I want. Now, when you're looking to try and get wealthy, what you want to do is you want to accumulate skills and then essentially start your own business. You want to become an entrepreneur or an intrapreneur. So an intrapreneur is like when you work inside someone else's business. Almost if you were like a marketer for like affiliate marketer for something like Herbalife or Herbalshite, not that I recommend that, but that would be an example of an intrapreneur within someone else's business. Or you become an entrepreneur and then you start your own business. One of the most profitable businesses you can have in the modern century, which is insanely profitable, is an online education business. Online fitness coaching, online business coaching, anything teaching a skill online public speaking coaching, whatever it might be. You can make crazy amounts of profit of this with a very, very low cost in terms of running your business. So it's very, very scalable and very time efficient for you. So the big thing for you to understand of this is it's not how much revenue you generate, is how much profit you accumulate and you can also keep, which can come into tax mitigation strategies, which if you're interested in, we can talk about in another video. One of the reasons why I'm based in Dubai. Now, one of the big things to understand is what we want to do is you want to create one thing first. You want to create a business or a vehicle that generates positive cash flow that we can spin off and then put into other investments. Now, what other investments do we put those into? For me, I take some money put into high risk investments, half of it. I put half of it into low risk investments. Now, what are the difference? So high risk investments is cryptocurrency for me. So I have about $600,000-$700,000 in crypto currently. And then the low risk investments, I have a 7-figure property portfolio in Dubai. So I buy properties here, which I then pay off on payment plans, and I rent them out long term. So they're appreciating over time and also bring in reoccurring revenue, which is then I can then reinvest in and then buy more properties. So basically, the flywheel is this: business spins off money, money then goes into assets that we invest in. So whether it's high risk or low risk, I'd recommend a blend of both. If you're young, like I'm 34, I still count as young. If I lost $600,000, it's not the end of the world. I can make the money back. If you were 65 years old and you're relying on it for a pension, maybe it's a different conversation. So that's the next part of the jigsaw puzzle, what I would do. Now, the big mistake that most people don't understand with this process of in terms of actually learning skills, building a business and investing, the number one most important thing you actually need is patience, because housing prices don't double overnight. And I'll give you an example. I bought one apartment here in Dubai Marina in March 2021. So literally when COVID was like still pretty much at its peak, there was no one here. I bought an apartment that's nearly doubled in value now as of 4th of February 2024. And that was one of the best investments I ever made. And that was a patience play. It's taken a while for that to get to that point. And also at the time, I shit myself in terms of the amount of money I had to put down. I'd never bank transferred someone that amount of money before. And it basically cleaned me out. And at the time I was like, okay, this is a big investment, but it's a no-brainer on paper. And you've got to look long-term. If you look at the most successful people in the world, why they are successful financially is because of one thing that Warren Buffett talks a lot about: compound interest. Which is why when you're generating money, in particular when you're younger, that money can multiply and have babies over a very long period of time. So the sooner you start investing in assets that are going to appreciate and pay you a return for the rest of your life, the better off you're going to be. And if you look at an interesting statistic at Warren Buffett's net worth at 32 to 34 was like $3 million. And if you look at that over a time horizon now, he's worth I think like 170 billion. That escalated very, very quickly because of the compound effect of time. So the quicker you put money into these vehicles, the quicker the money is going to flow back to you. Now, when you understand this framework, you start to expand your time horizons. You're not trying to just make money today. You're trying to make money in terms of long term. So even in terms of like the impact I'm looking to make with our YouTube channel here, and I want to give you the best and honest, most transparent, raw advice of what I do every single day, is literally going to compound for me over a period of time where people are going to be watching this video in 5 years' time. So this is a compound long-term strategy for me to help people and help to build my brand of business by giving value to others. And the more you extrapolate the time horizon of what you're looking to achieve, the bigger the amount is you can achieve. And most people are looking to try and like take people's money now and try and literally get the quick buck rather than making the big bucks on a long-term horizon. Now, and if you're in a position you say this sounds all too hard to be done, good. It's supposed to be difficult. If you want to be really successful, this isn't for everyone. And for you to be successful, you have to be willing to put in hard work and push yourself outside your comfort zones. So many times this has nearly broken me and I literally felt like I was failing and tried to quit. I looked through actually my old emails when I first got my estate agent's job for a presentation we had for our mastermind event this weekend. And I found about 4 or 5 emails where I was applying for different jobs when I first started because I was trying to quit because I couldn't handle it. What actually happened the following year, I became employee of the year and the best performer in the business because I fucking grinded through the process of attrition, of learning the skills I didn't have at the time. And you don't know what hard work looks like until you do hard work. And when you work very hard and you learn skills, the more skills you have, the easier the game becomes. And I'll give you an example. If I was going to play 5-side football against Cristiano Ronaldo, who's going to have to work harder, me or Ronaldo? Ronaldo is not going to have to do anything, because he has all the skills in the world, whereas I'm going to have to fucking work my socks off. because the higher your skills are, the higher the leverage and the higher output you get for the minimal amount of activity, which is why if you're broke right now, you're broke because you lack skills, and you also probably have a broken mindset because you don't understand the skills you need. And the most important skill that undermines everything is the operating system of your mindset. And if you understand that you can truly achieve anything you want, if another person on this planet has done that, then so can you. A few years ago, I was stuck in a 9-to-5 job as an estate agent and have literally escaped the matrix to move to Dubai, built 2 multi-million-dollar businesses, now live in a penthouse overlooking Dubai Marina, which you can see behind me, which I'm clearly not lying about. You can do it if I can do it. The biggest thing I want you to take home from this video is it comes down to 2 to 3 things. 1 is actually being bold and taking the leap. 2 is then when you've taken the leap, actually executing every single day. And 3rd is just being relentless and doing it consistently. If you do those 3 things, I have never ever seen anyone who has failed when they've done that. If this video really hits home, smash the like button, drop a comment below with any questions, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And if you want help not being broke and scaling an online business, hit a link below this video to find out exactly how we can help you with your own business 7-figure scaling systems to achieve financial freedom, time freedom, and location freedom.